Hey everybody, today I'm gonna do a video on this big, huge layout. I finally got expanded and finished. It may have took a long time, but it was well worth it. So let's get started. Okay, so first off, we're gonna start at Natford, where we got Thomas with Eddie and Clarabelle, Ryan with hay barrel cars, Percy with the mail train, and Gordon with his express coaches. And we got little Birdie. So I'm gonna show y'all what the layout looks like. It's pretty big, really big. Since we got Natford out of the way, we're gonna go backtrack to Lower Timoth, where we got Edward and Stepney pulling their limited, and they're waiting at the signal, waiting to go. Edward might divert to the right, Stepney might go into Natford when the lines are cleared. And we're gonna go to the yards, where I got a huge amount of cars just sitting in the yards. I got the breakdown train, oil barrel cars, three lines of troublesome trucks, 8 apiece. For ice cream cars, strawberry syrup in a present car. Just decided I put these as decorations, of course. Lots of milk tankers. And I got Rosie filled apart with a long carnival train. And another set of troublesome trucks. And 2 more sets of milk tankers. And I really like how this area turned out too, because I'm gonna show y'all what's down here. And just could actually like come through here to get to the yards, and they'll have to go over this point, this double track to the switch. And I really like this switch here because you can flip it any way you want. So we're gonna go up the hill and onto the bridge. A super long viaduct bridge. These 2 lines are gonna split off. After these last double curve, the line split off. One line goes to the washdown. And I like this piece because you can automatically manual as you want. And if we come to here, and I know there's a whole lot of track laying around, there's an express coach. I don't have nobody in the sheds because everybody's out doing their busy work. So, but if we come on this track, we come up here, we see Scruff and Whiff having a track at the 3-way junction. And we come to this little suspension bridge where we have Steam Along Thomas. I usually don't include him in layouts like this, but why not include him? He's just sitting there having him some fun. And these tracks go underneath these 2 hills. Comes to the 3 bridges. These 2 tracks divert into one, and it continues on to the junction. And this line takes you towards the airport, where I have Hero, Connor, and Caitlin having a talk at the airport. Connor and Caitlin pulling their custom coaches I made for them, and Hero decides to stop and have a chat with them. I also got Hugo and Spencer. And Hugo and Spencer are probably arguing about who is faster and who's better. Oh, Spencer, he actually has 3 of these coaches. 3 Duke and Duchess of Boxford. So he's gonna be pretty busy throughout the day. So if we come to the Tomey Airport, I have Elizabeth here. She's just sitting there. Neville, I got Neville on the siding. He's not doing anything. So if we come on this track, if you want to turn left here, this green track goes on for a few meters, and it comes to Hero's Hideout. Where I got Flip Face Hero and Glenn. I'm gonna show y'all a little test. Well, that was unexpected. Let's try that again. A lot better. And these two lines take you towards the docks. Whereas Salty and Porter are talking with Cranky. Even Arthur's having a talk with them too and Cranky. And we also got our little buddy Skiff, of course. And this is a small dock area. I got another Cranky. This is actually the hit version. I have another one, but I have to find another one of these dock area pieces. But surprisingly, here's the two lighthouses. One here and one here. I'm gonna give this a test. Sometimes it doesn't want to work or turn on. I know the other one will turn on. I'm gonna show y'all a little demonstration with Porter. And the lighthouse just fell over. Come on. So I gotta go in here, turn this back on. So let's see. And this is my favorite piece. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna switch both of them. Have Salty talk with Cranky, and Porter talk with Arthur. Sorry. And if we take these two tracks, they go underneath the huge canyons I got built, and it takes you down. It takes you down to this junction where the line splits off. And if you go this way, you can either go left or keep straight. But this line takes you to like a little yard and the steamworks. And this point diverts into, these two tracks end into one, and it'll still continue. It'll divert back into two tracks. And I got Talking National Thomas and Henry and Farquhar at the windmill. I don't really usually include Talking Action Thomas or any of the rare characters, but I decided I do because I want to see something good. And Henry, I got him pulling the Flying Kipper. I customizedly paint these cars brown to make them look like old vans. So I'm going to divert again. So as for this track, you could either turn left or go straight. These two tracks, however, will divert into one. And two track adapters. I'm thinking about changing this. And you gotta take this line. I would take this line, go to the canyons, but you won't be able to climb it that way. And this line, however, goes over a hill and it's a dry off. And I kind of like this area. And I got Stanley and Molly at the coal depots. I got Stanley picking up coal and Molly's having a chat with him. Then we come down to Road and Rail Station where I have Madge, Caroline, and Oliver having a chat. Oliver's pulling his custom coaches that I made for him and Toad behind him. And Madge, she's finna depart and go down to this junction to cross. So if we go over this hill, you'll see Gator pulling the jet engine. And I'm gonna have James is finna depart with his express, but I cannot really send him to the right because this is why I will not send him to the right. I would make custom signs saying overheight engine must keep straight. Overheight engine must keep straight. Because I have a whole lot of engines that will not fit under this bridge. So if we come to here, I got Nia, Rebecca, and Flora talking on the huge spot on the huge hill. And Rebecca's track will take you into the canyons. And I like how this turned out because usually it's tough to fit all canyons into here, but I was able to do it without any issues. So if we come over to this junction right here, you have Hank and Murdoch having a chat, pulling their heavy trains. I got Murdoch pulling the dairy train for us, and I got Hank pulling the goods train for us. If we come over here, we have Donald and Douglas pulling smaller trains. Donald's pulling the fuel, and Douglas is pulling fruit vans for us. Now onto the quarry. Now at the quarry, I got Mavis, Bill, and Ben, and Timothy sitting in the sheds. I might send one of these three out soon. Timothy decides to come pay them a visit, but Bill and Ben doesn't want him there. But Mavis is scolding the twins. So if we come on this track, if you keep straight, you'll come around a bend under this little viaduct bridge. You'll come to the Sword Search and Rescue Center where you have Belle, Flynn, Steven, Samson, and Philip. I put these two here because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. And this Flying Herald set is my favorite destination because let's say I test Belle on it. And sometimes he'll get stuck. Yeah, he'll get stuck on that bridge. Oh, didn't mean to send Belle on her way again. Bob gonna have to do a little bit more work in this area because whenever engines are coming through here, they get stuck hitting it. So I'm gonna have to do something else. I might have to take out another bridge set because engines keep on coming through here getting stuck on the rail. And if you take this line, you can either turn left to go onto the bridge, or you can keep straight at the crossing. And this actually turns around and comes to Flynn's line. And if you take Flynn's line going through bridges and stuff, you'll come to the big part where engines can climb this and go down the spiral. And I also kind of plan on getting another one of these stations right here, which is I forgot what it was called, but somebody leave me down in the comments. All right, so we're gonna go over here to like. It's almost like a small yard, nothing busy here. I have Toby and Boko over here. I have Boko pulling SC Ruffy in a few trucks, and I have Toby pulling Henrietta. I got 4 fuel tankers on that siding. I wonder who's going to come pick them up. And all this extra track that is laying around, I still have to get it up. And we come to this little station right here where I have the chicken truck, which is of course Billy's, but Billy somewhere else on the layout. So if we take these lines, this line ends. So if we take these 2 lines, one of them will go around and come into the big transfer yards. This is the transfer yards where I got Rusty, Duncan, Scarloli, and Freddie pulling their trains. Got Scarloli pulling his coaches, Freddie and Duncan pulling passengers, and Rusty pulling slate cars. Because I think he's about to go to the quarry to pick up Slate. And this track right here will kind of like take you like to mainland or something. Let's say we call this track the mainland. And if we turn, but if engines don't want to go to the mainland, they could turn here and go up this hill and go across this bridge down the ramp and then back into the Sword Search and Rescue Center. Now we're going to come to the diesel works, where I have Diesel 10, Airy, Bird, Dennis, Paxton, Dart, Dan, Dodge, Splatter, and Diesel. Now I use the green turntable for the diesel works because I think it's a whole lot more appropriate. The Diesel 10, you could actually power this. Because I didn't have that turn, because I didn't have this straight. Let's try that again. Awesome. I was actually able to like fit a little bit of Misty Island into it, where I have Bash and Dash. I gotta find Ferdinand. I know he's around here somewhere, but I think if we take this line through this log tunnel, you'll come through here, curve around the bend, and you'll see Dash ready to take the zipline bridge down to the sawmill. And if we take these two tracks here, you can see a little accident that happened between Charlie and Billy. Rocky, Stafford, and Harvey are here to help. And Harvey's probably scolding Batu, saying how did this happen. So if we come to the Solar Steamworks, I got Kevin on some hit road track, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised I still actually had some hit road tracks. I only got these 2 pieces. I gotta find some more for them. And I got Victor at the Solar Steamworks. I'm gonna give y'all a little demonstration. That'll happen sometimes because of the mechanism. Now we go to the narrow gauge railway. So we got this track here coming towards the 3-way junction. Sorry about my feet. And if we come through here, you could turn left to go into Farquhar, or you could turn, you know what I mean? You could turn right to go into Farquhar, or you could turn left. And this line takes you towards past the switch, going across the 3 bridges, and into the narrow gauge railway, where you see Colin. And I got Duke and Bertram here at the Steamworks waiting to be repaired. And if we still continue to take this line, this line is actually still standard gauge. This line is still standard gauge. We just have Sir Handel, Mighty Mac, Reneus, Peter Sam, Proteus, and Luke sitting here, not doing anything, of course. And this turntable be like hard to turn sometimes due to its age. And if we take this back track, like I said before, and lady's coming from somewhere, where she's coming from. So, on to the next part. It's the canyons, of course. So I did a pretty good job with these canyons. Huge spirals going up, twisty turning, big bridges. Now I was able to like fit a green bridge into here. And I got some sidings. I got two of the same trains here. Only one of these worked. I gotta fix the other one. And I put a stop and go piece here so engines could at least go up the hill, turning around. They could either turn right to go down the waterfall, or they could keep straight to go to the Solar Search and Rescue Center. And Farquhar Station, there's a talk and action track. You can either, so if engines want to go straight or turn left, they can. And this line takes you towards the Quarry, and this line can take you towards the diesel works, towards the steamworks I meant. And this line curves around to the line that Duke is on. And this track doesn't really go anywhere else because I can't do much with it. And we're gonna come over to Ellsbridge, and Ellsbridge Station is pretty quiet right now because there's no engines here, of course. And if we come across the two crossings, you'll see Eagle and Emily. I have Eagle pulling some coaches, and Emily, she's not pulling anything because I have that many cars left for that she could pull. Another dry station, there's a red signal. Now, and the last place that we're going to go is Wellsworth, where I have Duck and Bulgy having a little argument, and Terrence is trying to break it up. And Duck wished that Oliver was here to help him. We also got the airport road. I connected the airport pieces together to do like a little small area of road. But I don't really have the journey that goes to it. I gotta find the journey that goes to it. And I think that's it for the layout. People have been asking me, hey, you should keep this layout up for a while. It looks really awesome, and I finally came to the conclusion I will be keeping this layout up permanently. I will be keeping this layout because this is the best one I've ever built yet. But if we come over here, look at all the spare track I have left over. Some stickers, of course. We have 3 platform tracks, but we're gonna have Rosie depart the yards with the carnival train. Look at Rosie. She can't. Look. Come on, Rosie, you can do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. And Rosie done derailed with it. So let's fix that. Yeah, look at Rosie. I'm gonna go ahead and stop Rosie here because her traction tires are not really gripping the rails that well. See what I mean? But she does got some really good speed. Ha, Rosie. So this was a really fun video that I recorded doing the layout. The next videos I might post are going to be running sessions of all the trains. That'll be coming up soon. Until then, this was the best layout I ever built. And I will be permanently keeping this layout up. And I will permanently keep this layout up. Because it's the best one. Alright, you guys, stay tuned for the next videos I'll post. Bye for now.